You are tuned in to Kids
In the Pit.
Hey guys, it's Gabe from the Kids in the Pit podcast. Today I'm joined by Mike Gallo from the band Agnostic Front. Hey Mike, nice to see you again. I met you on the Sick of It All tour at the Philly show a few months ago. Thanks again for the guitar pick. Mind if I ask you some questions about your career in hardcore?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what do you do in Agnostic Front?
I play bass.
Oh, nice. So I know Agnostic Front is one of the first hardcore bands ever, but what year did the band start?
I believe the band started in I believe it was 82.
Wow,
Yeah, I believe it was 1982 is when they
40
first
years.
started. Yeah, it's over 40 years now.
It's
It's
crazy.
unbelievable. Yeah.
So how long have you been in the band?
I joined in 2001, which is like 21 going on almost 22 years, which is pretty
Oh,
unbelievable. I can't believe it's been that long now.
yeah. So I've heard Vinnie Stigma from an Agnostic Front is called the Godfather of New York hardcore. So
uh
how old is he?
Vinny's like 190 years old.
Oh, nice.
No, Vinny. Wait, I gotta do the math. Maybe you can help me. I bet you're better with math than I am. I'm horrible at math. He was born in 1955.
Wow.
So if he was born in 55, does that make And we're in. Wow, we're almost in 2023 already. Wow. I think Vinny is like. I think he's 68, 69, like somewhere around there.
Oh,
Yeah, something like that. I can't do the math off the top of my head right now.
it's
But
45 is 22.
let's see. I knew he'd be able to.
67.
Yeah, 60. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's 67. Yeah,
Wow.
that's unbelievable. And he's still touring, and he goes on tour, and he complains less than the rest of us, and
Yeah.
is he's born for this for sure. I mean, even though I feel like I am too, but he's a certain person that it's unbelievable. I don't know how he does it. He just loves it so much, and he goes on the road and doesn't complain, and just does it. I don't think he loves anything else more than being on the road.
Yeah. Uh, I met him also at the Philly show, and I got to hold his guitar, which is crazy.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
So,
Vinny, he's good. He's the people's guy. He's
yeah,
really really great with people and kids, and he just always makes people feel very welcome, no matter who they are. He's just always very welcoming. He's always been that guy.
yeah. He also taught me capiche in Italian.
Mm, yeah.
What does that mean? I forgot. I don't. I'll remember sometime.
I think it's do you understand? Like
Yeah,
capiche?
yeah. It's
Get
do
it?
you understand?
Right?
You get
Yeah,
it?
yeah, right.
Capiche?
Capiche? It's yeah.
Yeah. So, for those not familiar with Agnostic Front, what song should they look up?
um, it's funny because Agnostic Front, um, which is what one of the reasons why I love Agnostic Front. Like each record is very different. They all have pretty much like a different sound or a different feel, or like they've touched on every genre of underground, like as far as like hardcore, of course, obviously was is their roots, but hardcore, punk rock, thrash metal, oi, so they have those. We have all those elements of in our music. So there's like I'd say like the most popular songs. I mean, definitely has got to go
Yeah.
for my family, Eliminator,
Yeah.
and Eliminator is more like thrashy or metal, which was in kind of I think that was more around like the mid '80s when they did that era.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, the big songs, the songs that I guess like most people sing along. I mean, Crucify, which is actually a cover song by a
Oh,
band called Iron Cross, but Agnostic Front made it pretty popular. But Crucify is a pretty popular one. Gotta Go, For My Family, My Life, My Way, Eliminator, Old New York.
Yeah,
Those are pretty much the ones. Those are kind of the bigger ones, that if you want to kind of start getting going on listening to the band, if you don't know the band, those are pretty much the best ones to really get a good feel for it.
yeah. My two favorites are Gotta Go and For My Family. But
Yeah.
so my favorite out of those two is For My Family because it just really has good sound and just the lyrics are good.
Yeah, it's a good positive song.
Yeah,
It's got good energy and just good feel, and it's just has a good message. Just about your family is everything.
yeah. And Stigma does a good guitar solo in it.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's quite the punk rocker, that guy.
Yeah. So what is your favorite place you've toured in, and what's the most obscure place you've toured in?
You know, my favorite place. It's hard for me to say really my favorite place. We get a lot of love in Germany, so that's always
Oh yeah,
fun.
that's
Uh, I mean, we played in some wild places. I mean, I'd say some of the most obscure places we played is just definitely like South America. South America is
ooh,
obviously a little more third world. I mean, places like Rio de Janeiro and there's places like that, Colombia, and those they have a different it has a different feel there. It really does. It's hard to explain until you actually uh so you're actually there feeling it, enjoying it, but it just has a different vibe to I feel like people there don't really get as much they don't get as much music as we do here or as they do in Europe. I think it's a little bit harder there. I don't think there's enough money over there, so it's a
yeah,
little bit harder to make things happen. So I think the people there really enjoy it a lot more. They just, I guess they don't get it as much. So that when they get a chance to enjoy it, they definitely they're aggressive. They're very energetic. They're very passionate. So
yeah.
yeah. So South America is definitely. But I mean, we've also played places like Bali, um, Japan. I mean, we've reached a lot of places. It's hard to say where's my favorite place. I think the one place I would really look forward to going back to was Bali. That was just an incredible place. The weather was like beautiful year round. And that's why a lot of people do surfing there because they
Yeah,
could stay there and they could surf year round. It's just a really cool place, really fun vibe. That was awesome. I'd love to go back to Bali.
yeah. Wait, what country is Bali in again?
Bali, Bali is we went there on the way to Japan.
Oh,
Bali is it
nice.
Indonesia or I forget exactly
Whoa,
what country it's actually in Bali.
like Southeast Asia somewhere.
Yeah, south over that, yeah, over in that region.
That's cool. Yeah, hopefully I'll go there someday.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah. So do you have any crazy or funny tour stories?
Crazy or funny to I'm really bad at this question. I know I get asked
Uh,
this all the time, and I always get stumped upon this one. There's so many things that have happened on the road, and funny tour story. Oh my god, I got left at the bathroom one time, and so we went on the tour bus. We had to stop. I had to go to the bathroom. I told the tour bus guys, like, give me a minute, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I come out and I come out and then the tour bus has left. So I'm there in my pajamas in a rest stop in Germany, and thank God that where I was left was only an hour from the club that we were playing. And
yeah.
I just happened to realize, like, sometimes I don't always know exactly. I had no tour pass on me. I had no money. I was in a pair of pajama pants, flip flops, and a cut T-shirt. So I was like
Wait,
left at this rest stop, and I was there for hours. And I was trying to talk to the people in Germany, and nobody there could speak English, so they couldn't really understand anything. So I kind of eventually got through to them and told them, like, I'm in a band. I'm playing in a club in Berlin, SO36. And I finally got to talking to the manager in the place, and I got in touch with the club,
Wow.
and finally realized. So I was like stuck at this rest stop with no money, no nothing, nothing at all, and I was like in the middle. I didn't even know where it was at first.
Did you
You
even
know,
have your phone?
I had no phone, I had nothing on me. I just woke up and I had to use the bathroom, and I walked out, and then from there it was just um yeah, I was stuck there for hours. So I got in touch with somebody from the club, and then they had to send somebody to come pick me up.
Wow, that's pretty scary.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah,
Wait,
I had no
was it?
money, no phone.
Yeah. Wait, so was it an hour walk or an hour drive?
No, it was an hour drive from the club. Thank God it
Oh,
was. Thank God I was only an hour from the club. Like I could have been stuck in the middle of who knows where. We travel sometimes, 8, 10 hours in between clubs. We just
yeah,
happened to be where we stopped. Uh, thank God I was. It was only an hour from where I was. They got somebody to come pick me up.
yeah. So what was your first concert and how old were you?
My first concert was Billy Joel at
Huh.
Nassau Coliseum. My mother took me. I forget what year it was. I was really young. I would definitely have to say I was a young teenager. I had to be about probably like maybe 13 or 14 years old. Um, yeah, I mean, you gotta figure it was probably around 1985.
Yeah. So, what are some of your major musical influences?
Um, it's a pretty big list. Definitely, I gotta say, I mean, especially as when I was a kid, Metallica was really big for me. I mean, I think they were a little bit different of a band back then. They've evolved so much today, but I mean, I still listen to their first four records religiously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely Metallica. I remember having me and my brother talk about this all the time. I had a Metallica poster in in my room, and I think there was like one picture of the drummer Lars Ulrich, and then like he's kind of like there's a picture taken of him from behind him playing drums, and you could just see like the huge crowd behind them, and it's just like I just always just like remember just being like wow, like that was just it's always been like a dream like ever since like that time as a kid. But I mean, there's so many other musical influences that I have, not like just besides Metallica. I don't even just it's not even just heavy music that I like. I like a lot of Motown music and a lot of soul. Uh, but I mean, I think like Metallica was probably the one band that really at that time when I was a kid that really made me want to play music. Iron Maiden, uh, The Who. And then as I got older, we're getting into hardcore. The first hardcore band I saw was Murphy's Law.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that really that made that I remember I'll never forget that moment at the wetlands and just being like, that's what I want to do. I want to play like I remember like I stopped playing bass for a long time. I kind of got like I remember taking lessons as a kid and it was just kind of boring. It kind of like sucked the love out of it for me. Like the guy was just like, I was like, oh, can you teach me this riff? Can you teach me that riff? I just wanted to learn just how to play a little something to anything. And he was like, you're not ready for that. You need to learn all these scales and all of this and that. And it just got very boring for me. And I remember just like putting the bass down for a couple of years. And it wasn't until I went to see my first hardcore show that like that's what really made me want to like play music again, like because it was just first of all, I mean, do you remember like your first punk or hardcore show? It's like it's like
Of course.
it's nothing. It's not like anything else. It's not like your average show. You know what I mean? Like so,
Yeah.
it's hard to like go to like a concert after that.
It was Bad Religion in Orlando, Florida.
Uh huh.
Well, no, it was the first like uh hardcore show where I knew the well, more punk, but it was
Uh
the
huh.
first show where I like actually like knew the lyrics to the music and stuff. Because before that, when I was like 5 or something, I've been to my dad's concerts,
Uh
or
huh.
not concerts, shows.
Uh
Uh,
huh.
and when I was like a small child, like I saw. I think we were at a like backstage with Think of It All once when
Hmm.
my mom sold merch for them.
Oh yeah. I believe that's how we probably met.
Yeah. Well, first, like actually, like not like a punk, more like hardcore show. It's probably Sick of It All, and you guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's the thing is, our music is different because what I always loved about it and what drew me to it is the fact that like the crowd is actually part of the show,
Well, yeah,
so I mean it's just we the bands connect with the people, and that I think that's really important, and that's just really like um I was blown away by it, especially the first time I seen it, because you never seen anything like that. I mean, I think it's different for you because I think you were, as since a young kid, you were kind of born into it. Your family, your parents loved it. You know what I mean? So they brought you up
yeah,
around it. It's pretty amazing. You're pretty lucky to have that. Uh,
yeah,
I found it on my own through friends that introduced me to it, and they're like, hey, I think you'd love this. I know you're kind of into music and stuff. Come listen to come to see a hardcore show. And then it's such a completely different vibe from just like maybe going to see like Iron Maiden or something like that. It's just or Billy Joel. Let's just say like
yeah,
it's a completely different vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like the band puts on the show and that's it. But like the way that the bands connect with the people was just really something that brought me to it. Like I loved it so much. The energy, the just everything about it was just I was just like, wow, this is incredible.
yeah. Everyone is so nice at like hardcore shows and stuff.
I think so too. A lot of people are scared of it because it could be a little aggressive,
Yeah,
but if you notice, like everybody's got each other's backs, especially now. I think, it's matured, and there was kind of crazy times where there were a lot of fights at times, but there's really not much of that goes on anymore. It's definitely matured, and yeah, I mean everybody just looks out for each other, like a big family.
yeah, that's true. Um, yeah. So if you just don't want to get hurt, just stay out of the pit.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to play at your own risk.
Yeah. So now for some non-music related questions. Where
Sure.
did you grow up, and do you still live there?
No, I don't live there. I grew up in Long Island, New York, on the border of Queens near Belmont Racetrack.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
which was a pretty awesome location because I was pretty close to the beaches in Jones Beach, and I was pretty close to the city. I was like kind of like right in the middle, so I was very close. So I was able to experience city life, and even like you can go 15 minutes from me out east, and you get on the beaches. And I was about like 20 minutes and a half hour from Manhattan, so it's a pretty amazing location to grow up in.
Yeah.
But
So what
I
are
live in
your
New Jersey.
oh what?
I live in New Jersey now.
Oh, nice. So what are your favorite pizza toppings and favorite New York City pizza spot?
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not a big fan of toppings on pizza. I really always just like, um, well, some toppings I do like. I like meatball, sometimes pepperoni. Not really though. But you know what? And you get it in Europe a lot. They put salami on pizza in Europe, and I love that a lot.
Salami and
Yeah, they don't do that here much, but it's
it
really
sounds
good.
it sounds weird, but it could be good.
It's
Definitely.
really good actually. It's like yeah, I really love that. But I normally like I actually I mean I love pizza so much. Let me see if you can see it on my hand. I have pizza tattooed on my hand.
That's awesome.
So I absolutely love pizza. If I could eat it every day, if they said you have one food to eat for the rest of your life, it'd be pizza.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I normally just like I always just like like cheese and sauce, just like simple,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like if the pie can't be good just like that, then I don't know. But
It's
there's a
like the
lot of
cheese,
people.
sauce, and bread.
Yeah, it's it. There's a lot of pizzerias in New York. There's a lot of pizzas in Jersey by me too that are really good. I mean Lombardi's is amazing. That's in New York City. That's like one of my favorites. Trying to think of there's Joe's. It's in the Lower East. That's more on the West Village, which is really great. So
Oh,
man, I'm trying to think of other ones. There's a Prince Street. Prince Street pizza is really good. They make like really good, like Sicilian, like square slices.
yeah. I'll try
Uh,
to check one of them out when we're there next.
yeah, definitely Lombardi's is really good. I think it's like
Pizza.
one of the first pizzerias in America.
Wow. So does pineapple belong on pizza?
Hey, look, I personally don't think so. I don't like it. It's not my thing. But I mean, they put everything on pizza now. Pizza has
Oh yeah.
evolved today to such an. I mean, they put anything on it now. So I mean, I guess in this day and age, I believe anything goes. I personally, I don't like pineapple anyway. I just don't like fruit on pizza or anything. I don't know.
But
I'm
tomato
really,
sauce.
yeah, I know, but it's just, I don't know. I'm not down with the pineapple thing. But in all honesty, pizza has evolved so much today.
It
So I
has.
mean, I guess anything goes, to each his own, right?
Yeah. I don't like pineapple like by itself, but on pizza, it's just a weird but good contrast.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things that they put on pizza these days that you wouldn't think is good until you actually really try it. But I guess like the whole Italian thing is just like it's not supposed to be on. I don't know who makes these rules up.
Yeah.
F the rules. Do what you want. Eat what you like, right?
Yeah. And like what you were saying, anything's on pizza. I bet there's like raisins on pizza.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've actually had that.
Oh,
I mean, they even do sweets, Nutella and banana and stuff like that.
they just on an actual pizza?
Yeah, have you ever had a Nutella pizza?
Awesome
Yeah.
cheese.
Well,
No.
there is no cheese. It's just
Oh,
more of like a dessert. Um, they
it's on
do they
pizza.
do the dough, and then they just drizzle Nutella
Ooh.
on it, and they put bananas on it and stuff like that. It's actually pretty damn good.
Uh, yeah. So you just replace the all the ingredients with like
Sweets.
yeah,
Yeah.
except for the bread, because yeah.
Yes, I seen Nutella with strawberry, blueberries, all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, pizza has gotten really popular. I think it's like probably the most popular food ever now. So like, I mean, naturally, it has evolved so much.
So what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
The weirdest thing I ever eaten was some strange fish in Japan. It was like a taco, but it was like, I guess kind of like and I like fish tacos. I love fish. Uh, but I don't, I forget what the name of it was, but I just remember eating it and just being like, oh my God, this is gross. Like, what am I eating? And I guess basically, I just think like the texture was really weird. Yeah, it was like some sort of weird fish taco in Japan. I don't know exactly what it was, but that was just like, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
this is weird.
that's cool. So what is one thing you wish could exist but doesn't at the moment?
I wish the world wasn't just so divided the way it is now.
Yeah.
That's what really bothers me. Um, yeah, it's just I think the way politics is going, like the world is so divided,
Yeah.
and I think that sucks. I'm one for unity, and I think everybody should have their own opinions, and everybody's entitled to think the way they should think, and not everybody's going to think the same. You know what I mean? So I think people need to get over that and learn to deal with each other, and everybody get along again. you know, that's what I
Yeah.
hope for.
Everyone get along now.
That's enough of it. Like people, nobody's gonna think the same. We shouldn't think the same. We should respect
Yeah.
each other's opinions instead of hating on it. It's insane, and that bothers me. Like the division of the world is what I wish would not be right now.
Yeah. That's a really good one. But Mine would probably be like just a button that I could just press, and I choose like it'll have like if there was like a button on my phone on Google Maps that only I had access to,
Uh-huh.
that I could just like teleport anywhere on that map. I choose a place, press the button.
Boom. Yeah, I want to go to Japan. Boom,
Because
let's
then
go.
it's free.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's fun. That's awesome. It's fun one. That's great.
And you can you could grab your friend's hand and just go, and you could just have your friend.
Right? That'd be awesome.
And
That's
if
really
you're
cool.
like in a bad situation, you're just out of there. Bop.
Boom, right? Yeah, get me
Yeah.
out of here. Let's go to Florida. Let's go to California.
Yep.
That's fun. I love it.
Yeah. If there's a show you want to go to, you're there.
That's
Boom.
right. Right? I
Yeah.
love it. Madball's playing in North Carolina. Boom, let's go.
Uh-huh.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah. So if you could tell your 10-year-old self anything at all, what would you tell him?
Tell my 10-year-old self. So, you know what? This is something that, yeah. I mean, I think I kind of followed my dreams with it too. Like, if you could tell somebody or tell anybody, like, or tell myself, just like, you need to do. Well, first of all, you need money to survive in life. That's, you know what I mean. But you need to find something you actually love doing, something you don't enjoy. Like with me, I do music and art, and that's my job. And I feel like I don't really work because I love my job. You know what I mean? And I think that's like so important. I know so many people that are just so miserable, like doing whatever job they have because they have to do it to survive and get by. And they're miserable every day of their lives. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's so important to just like find what you actually love and enjoy doing and try and make a living out of it. I think it's just like the most important advice because I mean, like,
Yeah.
it's just like being miserable every day, just like, you're killing yourself to live, like that's just like, and that sucks. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be happy in your everyday life, and find something that you can do in your life to help you survive and get through life. But you have to find something you love to do. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
I would tell somebody or myself, or any 10-year-old,
Yeah. So would you like to add anything before we wrap it up?
Not really. Just want to say thank you for having me. This was fun. And I think this is awesome that you do this. And I think it's really important. And, you can get like younger kids into the music because that's what this music needs. It needs the youth.
Yeah.
It's very important. You know, the youth is everything because, everyone getting older and eventually, and it's harder because like even like older adults, it's harder for us to come out. Like we need the youth. The youth is everything. So I think
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome that you do this. Hopefully you can influence a lot more younger kids, and that's awesome. Keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Thank you for having me.
And I'll also see you at the holiday jam this month.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
That's
that's
gonna
gonna
be
be a
fun.
fun one. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I look forward to seeing you, and thank you for having me.
Thanks to you too.
Guys, take care.
Thank yeah. Thanks to
Goodbye.
Mike. Yeah. Thanks to Mike for joining me today, and thanks to all of you for watching or listening. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow me on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Till next week, bye.
Hey guys.